Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up.
Yo, fellas, we gotta talk some business today.
Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know,
Oh, the tickers are back up top. Let's go, man.
don't you
Look
know,
at the tickers, they're back up on the top right, man. That's the most bullish thing about the stream all day. Look at the top. We got ETH back. We got Bitcoin back on the top right. Oh, that's great. That's great. No longer that stupid Black Friday sale which has been blocking the stupid boxes from popping up. Let's go. That's the most bullish part. Garrett, what's up, man? Mad World, Darren, VMJ, Automatic Beats, all the homies in the chat. I saw Bath asking if I want a banana. I mean, I have been aping in some shit, so I kind of do want a banana. Apes like bananas, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, guys, I'm seeing a lot of, I opened the stream and I'm seeing a lot of bearish comments again. It never stops. It never stops. Now, the news today. We're gonna start with the news because I think that's what's getting everyone's head right now. What's getting everyone's head? Michael Saylor. Okay, this guy is a Chad, man. He came in, Michael Saylor, and he bought another $600 million worth of Bitcoin. This is actually one of his bigger buys that he's ever done. $600 million worth of Bitcoin Saylor has bought in here at an average price of $37,727. So once again, he FOMOs the top. But I will say, Saylor probably has a higher percentage than most people, even after FOMOing at the top. Think about that. At every top, he FOMOs, but he's still probably outperforming most people. $37,726. He bought $600 million worth of Bitcoin. Now, this typically marks a local top when he does this, okay? But if you guys remember the last time he bought, okay? And I believe, if I was correct, it was somewhere in this consolidation, right? And last time he bought, it was, oh my God, it's over, look at this. But we just barely dropped. We dropped a little bit, and then we actually reversed pretty damn quickly. So, I want to see how Bitcoin reacts today. And if Bitcoin doesn't go down after Saylor buys, it's another great kind of example that just doesn't seem to be a lot of sellers out there right now. Maybe the sellers come in at some point, but the sellers seem to be a ghost at this current moment. Now, I also will say this. I opened the stream. The first 3 comments that popped up was, you mean rejected at 38K? I'm waiting for 32K, bro. Instantly, right when they opened the stream, which also tells me we're going to get a pump today. I'm feeling it, man. I feel like we're going to get a pump today. Not just because of the sentiments of the Michael Saylor buy, but also Bitcoin is in my favorite pattern. Now, I think most patterns are memes. You guys know this. I think the head and shoulders pattern, the whipsy triangle pattern, and all these patterns are mostly memes. But I love the wedge, okay? And specifically the falling wedge. Why? Has a very high percentage chance of breaking to the upside. And we do have a very clean one. Sometimes they're kind of ugly, but we got a nice clean one forming on the chart right now. As Michael Saylor has bought, and I'm seeing a very negative sentiment in the market right now. Now, does this mean Bitcoin's going straight to 48K? No. This could just be another local high, right? And then before we drop back down. But I do think Bitcoin is getting ready for another upside move here in the short term, and also in the long term, but more so in the short term here. And I'll put my balls in the line and say Bitcoin is going to make another test at 38.5 here over the next 1 to 2 days. As it seems like the sellers they just can't do it, man. We've tried multiple times. They just can't break the price down. So let's get this shit. I'll go against the grain a little bit.
Strap up. We're going to the moon.
Why not? Why not go against the grain a little bit, man? Why not? During the stream, so we're gonna go down. We could just go sideways. We like to go sideways during the stream too, man. But that's Bitcoin, man. I mean, my favorite pattern, the falling wedge. I've learned never to be bearish when I see a falling wedge, no matter what the sentiment is, and if it feels bad. I've learned never to be bearish when I see one of these. Okay, so I think Bitcoin makes another test back up to here. Will it break out? Who knows? And who really cares? And this is sort of my point. It's like everyone's getting so fussy and bussy about the short-term price action. Guys, stop being a mid-curver, okay? We got the ETF. I'm going to keep saying this every day as Bitcoin continues to grind higher, okay? We got the ETF coming in less than 2 months. We got the halving in 5 months. Who the fuck, with a right mind, besides miners, are selling their Bitcoin? I don't freaking know. And Saylor definitely, he bought another $600 million worth at the high. You know what I'm saying? So this will continue to be my point here is who the fuck is selling their Bitcoin? And I even see the bears. I see numerous bears who are saying, I'm only selling my altcoins. I'm not selling my Bitcoin. And this is going to my point. A lot of my homies in the Discord who are a little bearish right now, which is fine. A lot of them are saying I'm selling my altcoins, not my Bitcoin. Who the fuck is selling their Bitcoin? I don't know. Is it your grandma? Is it Joe down the street? I don't freaking know, man. But the sellers are non-existent. They could show up at any time, don't get me wrong, but they haven't been here yet. So this is my thought process. Whether we pump, make a new high, and then dump again, Bitcoin just continues to grind higher. Let's not overcomplicate it, man. Saylor's my favorite top longer. He is, man. He loves buying tops. But let's be honest. I've said this a lot. Like, everyone likes to clown on Saylor. This dude is like $1 billion in profit right now. You know what I mean? Everyone likes to clown on him. His average is 29.9. I bet his average is better than a lot of people. They won't admit it, but I bet his average is better than a lot of people's average on Bitcoin. And all he's done is buy tops. Think about that for a second. I think that's the funniest thing. Anyways, besides that, guys, it's not much really going on today. Bitcoin, like I said, just consolidating in a little bit of a wedge. I would think this eventually breaks to the upside, right? But we shall see. We shall see. It's the monthly close today. I forgot it was the monthly close yesterday. And it's the monthly close today. So haven't seen much shenanigans so far. Could we see some shenanigans? Yeah. A lot of times we do see some shenanigans on the monthly close. Or after the monthly close, like going into the monthly open next month. We'll see, right? The last couple months haven't really had any bottom wicks on these months. So if we get the new monthly open, we shall see what happens. Technically, we're at a monthly resistance level right here. Technically speaking, right? We broke above the most important one, which I think was this like 35K monthly low right here. We are going to get that monthly close confirmed above there, which is really, really nice. But this next monthly candle, well, I think is either going to sort of, I guess, make or break a lot of people's minds. Is like, is this really a true run, or is this just a little bit of a fake out rally before we come back down? We shall see. We shall see. We shall see. Let's see. Baller's got a ball. Baller's got a ball, Maven. Let's go. Baller's gonna friggin' ball. Texas Wheezy, Crypto God, can you check out YDF chart for me? Don't call me a crypto god, first of all. And please don't call me an influencer. If I ever hear any of you guys call me an influencer, I am quitting. Okay? I am quitting forever if I ever hear any of you guys call me an influencer. All right? But yeah, we can check out YDF, man. We can check out YDF. Yeah, so that's really that on Bitcoin. You know, kind of like I've been saying, everyone's trying to predict, you know, are we going to take out these lows down here first, or are we going to go up and then come down and take those lows? Those are traders, man. You got to separate the traders from just the cycle, people looking at the cycles, okay? Because I've noticed a lot of people like to take what the traders say as they know what the long-term price target is. I notice that a lot of traders are typically bearish. Like the people who specifically trade, they tend to be bearish more than bullish, and it gets a lot of people off guard. You know, you guys know the names. All the traders, they're all calling for Bitcoin to go to 10K earlier this year. You know, and they typically get people very, very off guard. I guess my point with this is,
can you check YDF chart for me?
If you're focused on the cycles, okay, don't be fudded out of your coins because you got your this fancy trader calling for Bitcoin to go to 32K. Okay, at this point, just chill, relax, do your thing every day, have some fun. Look at, you know, trade some shit coins for fun, but just relax, right? Because typically in this part of the cycle, Bitcoin grinds up. And this is not hopium. This is strictly based off of what we've done in the past. Okay, hopium to me is a bear pointing like this. This is hopium. Okay, hopium is this. This is hopium. Okay. This is hopium right here. This would be hopium. This is what Bitcoin's always done. This is not hopium.
Liquidation 1950. Okay. When should I take profit?
Let me take this off. But in reality, guys, it's been a boring week. It's been a really, really boring week. I think I'm just trying. Most people here, let's be honest, okay? Most people here aren't pro traders. Most people here aren't trading. Most people here are looking to stack, okay, and then sell higher to the horse guys who come in over the course of the next year or two. That's my main audience, and that's who I would like to cater to. Okay, the traders, they'll be hating on me if Bitcoin goes $500 down. Do I give a shit about that? No, I don't. I don't really care. The stackers, the cycle traders, as I like to call them, which is most people, right? Most of you guys are cycle traders. You're looking to buy over here before the halving and then sell after the halving, right? That's what most of you guys are here for. So just continue to keep your eye on the higher term trends, what Bitcoin's done from this point, right? Don't get fudded out by the bears calling for 32K, thinking you're going to perfectly buy that 32K retest because all the traders are calling for 32K, right? You're probably not going to anyways. You're probably going to be scared down there anyways. Chill, okay? Do some como sa. If you need to ignore the charts every day, ignore the charts every day. But I don't understand the overall frustration as Bitcoin just has continued to, you know, go from 33K to 38K and just a slow grind to the upside, right? I don't know. That's just me. Crab market. Yeah, the crab market, man. Let's see. Jordan is just a Chinese food influencer. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for your support yesterday when I was forced to wait in truck line while having to poop. My underwear has survived another day. Rego, you didn't shit your pants? Come on, you're not a real truck driver unless you have a streak of poop in your pants. Come on, man. You're crazy, dude. There's a streak of poop in their pants. Anyways, kind of to go along with the topic, okay? And we talked about poop enough yesterday. I really do think we talked about poop enough yesterday. We could talk about poop more, which I love talking about poop. There was 2 girls in the chat yesterday. One liked talking about poop. One just said no, right? But that's really all that happened yesterday. And Franco, especially if you're eating chicken tikka. If you're eating chicken tikka, man, you got that. Don't sharp, man. If you're eating chicken tikka, it's gonna be bad. Your ass is gonna sting. It's gonna be one of those poops where you just have to keep wiping nonstop. It never stops. Don't do it if you eat chicken tikka. But yeah, other than that, right? I changed my Discord name to 48K waiting room because I am currently in the 48K waiting room. Why am I in the 48K waiting room? Well, it's simple math. It's math, right? You guys all like math. You guys all like math. And what's happened to Bitcoin when it's gone to the 618 fib, right? Let's take a look. What has happened to Bitcoin in the last 2 cycles after we got to the 618 fib? Let's take a look. Okay. Biggest pullback. 42% pullback at the 618 fib. %72 pullback at the 618 fib. Okay. And what has been the trend? It's been you break back above this, you break back above this, you've gone to the 618. You break back above this, you've gone to the 618. All right. So, in my opinion, based off the previous cycle, the 618 fib is the point where I think most people will be convinced that we're going to do all-time highs. A lot of the bears that you're hearing right now calling for 32K, 28K, in my opinion, those will be the same people when we get to 48K calling for 69K. Okay. The same people calling for 32K right now will be the same people when we get to 48K calling for 69K, which they'll probably be right. But if history is any indication, at that 618 fib, we should see a 40% correction. And I think that'll happen again. What will cause it? I don't freaking know. Maybe an ETF denial? I don't know. I'm sort of kidding. Maybe I'm not. Who knows? But that's how each cycle has performed so far. Anyways. Let's see. Anyways, let's check out some altcoins. So some altcoins we talked about yesterday. PAL, if you caught up on PAL, PAL is up about 10% today, 8.5% today. So if you caught PAL after a 50% dump, I'm not going to mid-curve it. PAL AI has AI in the name, and it had a 50% pullback. I'm a buyer. Okay, up 10% today, while Bitcoin's doing nothing. That's the shit I like to see. SHRAP, if you bought the dip right when it had that FUD and you didn't get all squirmy dermy on the FUD, this is up 33% from that FUD day. If you buy the FUD, so good job if you got in on that. INJ, another one we've been talking about. This one's pushing the highs. This one's up about 8% today. Another one we've been talking about. Right, so a lot of good movers today in the market. Well, most other things are sort of keep pulling back and being somewhat just consolidating, right? So some good movers today. Nothing really too crazy though. A lot of the AI coins continue to rip, and this is why I say, guys, you got to have something with AI. You got to, dude. The best performers have been AI. You can listen to the people saying AI is not going to be a thing. No, the charts tell themselves. The AI coins are going nuts. All right. I'm not just saying this now. I've been saying this for, since we were at that first consolidation, right? FET, Render, Ocean, these things are all going nuts, right?
52K waiting room.
Continue
have
to
Kobe steak
deny
and German
it,
beer.
but that has been the case, right? Ocean up 10% today. Render another 8% today. We can go down the line, right? AI and gaming, man. AI and gaming. But I actually think AI has been like the hotter ones recently though. Borg 52K ring. We have Kobe steak and German bear. Autistic thinks we're going to 52K. Well, listen, I appreciate you for not being afraid to call for a higher price, because I've noticed a lot of people are afraid of calling for higher prices. They're afraid of calling for higher prices because they don't want to be the idiot who's wrong. Everyone feels more comfortable calling for 32K, right? But I appreciate you for not being afraid to put your bullish opinion out there, man. 52K, I mean, maybe. I'm not gonna hold out my breath for 52K on this first wave up, just because Bitcoin hasn't typically broken the 618 without having a pullback first. So I'm just gonna go based off of what Bitcoin's always done. Maybe we wick to 52K, which 48K, 52K, whatever. It's in the same ballpark. But I appreciate you for having a bullish opinion, my man. 43K-ish December monthly candle. Maybe, DJ, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, that's that. And just to kind of, once again, kind of talk about what we've been talking about really is total 3, right? Which if we've been sort of discussing this too, is if this is going to be valid, where this level is going to hold, okay? Or we don't have to hold it. We can wick below. We wicked below a couple times. But if this is Wyckoff, okay, which we can argue all day if it's not, it is, you know, actually, let me go grab the AVAX chart because I have the AVAX chart has this here, actually. AVAX. Okay, it's gone. Shit. Shit. All right. Well, let's go back over here. I don't have it. It's gone. But if this is going to be, you know, sort of, once again, the sort of, shit. Come on, man. Where is the freaking brush? 1, 2, right? Move down. You got your third low, spring phase, right? Out of that low in a very quick fashion. And you got your SOS phase. Once again, I'm going to say this again. We could go sideways for a little bit longer here, right? But this is where we want to see some strength come in, right? We don't want to dip back down. If we dip back down, that's actually probably not very good. We want to kind of stay back in this range, just continue to go sideways while we bore people out. I'm already seeing people get bored again. It's funny, man. Clint is taking a break because he's bored. It's perfect. It's a perfect indicator, man. But you can see that, you know, this is just coiling up in this little triangle. You know, if you guys like the triangles, we're forming this little triangle in here as price is getting very, very tight. And this next move will probably be very telling. We'll see. You know, if you're a believer we're going to go higher, cool. If you're a believer we're going to go lower, cool. But if this is Wyckoff accumulation, we would expect this to hold and us to push higher from here as the shorts kind of build up on stuff. But, you know, we'll see. We'll obviously see. Very, very crucial level, I think, right there for altcoins in the grand scheme of things. Let's see. I don't Wyckoff anymore. Let's see, man. Garrett said, but Jordan, my bags aren't packed. Well, you know, the bags are not going to be packed. How do people pack their bags? Green candles. No one likes to buy the red. No one likes to buy boring periods or down periods. Everyone likes to buy the green candles. We're all guilty of it. Let's be honest. So right now you're kind of seeing things go sideways. They're not really going down. They're just going sideways, right? The euphoria is coming off. And it's going to take some green candles to come in for people to be like, oh my God, I'm bullish again. And, you know, sometimes there's no better marketing than green candles, as you say. So sideways action as we wait to see if Bitcoin just continues to grind higher. Good morning, Nitro. What's up, man? What's up, Nitro? 50% pullback, then straight to 48. Maybe, man. Maybe. Let's see. Shout out to Amrit. Amrit, what's up, man? What's up, man? Ice Sniper distribution pattern at the highs. Maybe. Maybe it is. Maybe it is, man. But my question for you would be, if you do think this is distribution on the daily chart, okay, if you think it is, are you going to be bullish if it comes into here? That's all I care about. I don't know what Bitcoin's going to do here, but I think it's hilarious people acting like they know what it's going to do in the short term right here. They have no idea. Same people saying right here that Bitcoin wouldn't go higher. You know what I mean? Now saying right here Bitcoin won't go higher. People crack me up thinking they know what Bitcoin's going to do in the short term. They have no freaking clue. my question would be, if you're bullish at 38K, or even if you're bearish at 38K, and you think this is distribution, which is fine. Like, I understand. We're at a 38K resistance. It makes sense if Bitcoin would get a pullback here. You know, it would make perfect sense. A lot of times Bitcoin doesn't make sense, but it would make perfect sense if Bitcoin pulled back, took out these lows, right? Get everyone all squirmy and germy. Everyone holds hands and buys the dip together right here. Wouldn't it just be so comfy and obvious? Oh, yeah. Let's retest in here and then go up. Come on, man. That's what everyone thinks is going to happen. And I'm going to be a little contrary to belief and think that maybe we don't do that. Maybe we come down a little bit. We stop before everyone wants to get in right here. And then we come back up. You know? We're all going to hold hands and skip in the garden and buy 32K together. Sound good? It reminds me of 14K. Remember when Bitcoin was kind of consolidating at the lows at 15, 16K, right? And no one wanted to buy 15 or 16K because everyone thought it was going to go to 14K. This is what this kind of reminds me of, right? It kind of reminds me of that. It's obviously different circumstances because Bitcoin's going up and it's not at a low, right? So it's different circumstances. But it reminds me of how Bitcoin kind of just keeps grinding up. Every dip just kind of gets bought up. But everyone, this is where everyone wants to hold hands and skip to the loo and buy together. You know what I mean? Then we'll see. Maybe it'll happen and maybe it won't happen. I don't freaking know. But it's going to be fun to find out what happens in here, man. All I know is I'm bullish here at 38K. And if it does come back down into here, I'm not going to be waiting for 32K to pick up more. I'm going to be front running you bastards in here. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna be front running the shit out of you bastards. So we shall see. Let's see. CAS is at resistance. Yeah, CAS is at the 4236 fib. So I'm starting to see a lot of people start to now talk about CAS, which I think is funny. You know, people were putting in the Discord a video saying CAS could make you a millionaire. And I always think these videos are funny when you have those videos come out and you actually look where CAS is. If we do a fib, look where CAS is. You can't make this shit up, right? Where did CAS go to? Exactly the 4236 fib extension. And now you have all the videos coming out saying CAS could make you a millionaire, right? Maybe it still could. Don't get me wrong. If you have enough money, maybe it still could. But I've seen too many times where you see this 4236 extension and there are better plays in the market. It's not going to say CAS can't continue up. It probably will. It's gonna continue up if Bitcoin continues up. It's going to. Don't get me wrong. But is this? Do I want to be getting into the one that has already done 100x? You know what I mean? Like, I just find it hilarious, man. You know, it's still gonna go up, guys. I'm not being a hater on it. It's just from this point, you know, I think there are better plays from where we are right now. I guess is my better point. I don't want to be getting into the one that has the chart that looks like this. When, like I said, there's still many of them many stuff that hasn't even had a short squeeze yet. Miles would unsub if he was soft. Lord, man. Let's see. What's for dinner? For your mom? Your mom's probably eating ass. Becker's ass. You know? That's probably what your mom's eating, man. Anyways, any other question, guys? We can go over some stuff. Let me know if there's anything you want to look at, or, you know, any cool, awesome projects that you guys are interested in. Let me know, man. Let me know, man. You guys know my thoughts with Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin's setting up very, very nice in the short term here. Can this lead to a higher high? That's the question. I don't freaking know. But I would expect Bitcoin to move up in the short term here. And I am long, if you care. I am long from right around here. So that's really that for Bitcoin. Other than that, like I said, I'm slowly, until the halving, I am slowly but surely picking up gaming tokens, AI coins, especially new ones that launch. We talked about 2 of them yesterday. Those ones are up pretty good today. And I expect them to continue to go up as long as Bitcoin holds here. Grok. Let's look at Grok. I was looking at Grok a few weeks ago. I didn't pull the trigger on it. Of course I didn't pull the trigger on it. That's always what happens. Grok. Oh, man. I can't justify buying it right here. How much has it pulled back? For these really low cap coins, I like to buy if they have like a 50% retrace. If they retrace 50%, kind of like PAL, right? So I bought PAL yesterday because 1, it's an AI coin, and 2, it pulled back 50%. So that's when I feel comfortable buying the low caps. I don't know what's Grok's market cap. I don't know what it is. But if it's a low cap, has it pulled back enough for me to feel comfy? Let's see. Have you taken out all the short-term froth? Let's see. 35. Actually, no. You did pull back 40%. 40%. Man. I can't justify it right here, man. As much as I want to. Especially that you kind of broke the high and then you went back below. I don't know, man. Maybe this thing just keeps moving up. But I know this is the Elon. Everyone's hyped with this one. They think it's the next one that Elon's gonna sort of get horny on because something I forget. But this ties to Elon. Grok, man, reminds me of Gronk from the Pats. Maybe I don't know. It's a tough one though. It's a tough one. About to bearish retest, yeah. I don't know if I could justify buying it after it went back above the high, went back below. Stacks is down today. Yeah, Stacks usually does well when Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin dominance is going up, Stacks is the one to be in. Stacks, it typically outperforms everything. If Bitcoin's the leader. Why? Because it's a Bitcoin altcoin. But yeah, Stacks. Let's look at Stacks. Stacks. Yeah, you kind of like mooned and then you went right back down. That's a tough one. Stacks. I don't know, man. That's a tough one. It already had the move, I think. And then it pulled back. Grok is Elon's AI project. This Grok has nothing to do with that. But I think it's going up because it's the name Grok, no? It's definitely going up because of that. You know? Let's see. INJ? Yeah, we looked at INJ already. INJ has been one I've been talking about since right here. Right about right here. This was my entry on INJ, right around here. But yeah, INJ is just a beast. And George doesn't like INJ, which makes me more bullish on it. And this one just keeps ripping. OP? OP, it's not... The problem with OP is it's not going to move until ETH catches a bid. So we probably have some patience on OP. If history's going to repeat, when ETH is going to struggle until January. Right? And by struggle, I mean probably just go sideways until January. If history's going to repeat. This is what happened last cycle. Q4, I remember. Q4, all right, let's go look. Let's look at ETH BTC, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. ETH BTC. And I'll show you guys what I mean here. Let's go to the weekly. And let's look at... Actually, let's go to the monthly. And I'll show you what I mean. So, take a look at when ETH starts to outpace Bitcoin, right? When does it do it in each of the cycles? It's 4 years apart. Anyone who doubts the 4-year cycle, I swear to God, like this shit is pre-programmed. Look at this, okay? Downtrend for ETH versus Bitcoin. When does it start moving up? January 2016. Boom. That's when ETH starts to outpace Bitcoin, right? You fast forward, it has its bull, comes down, right? Struggles. When does ETH, Bitcoin, start going up? Boom. January 2020, right? So 4 years apart. Okay, those were the cycle lows, and when ETH started to outpace Bitcoin, right? So January 2016, January 2020. Fast forward 4 years later, here we are. Okay, what is it right now? Well, tomorrow will be December. So if history is going to repeat, I would think that December will probably be bad for ETH BTC. And then January of 2024 is when ETH BTC starts to go up again. That's my guess. Is it going to be like as big as these times? Well, you notice how each cycle it goes up less, right? So I would assume that ETH won't go up as much against Bitcoin this cycle, because that's how it's been every cycle. But this is my guess based off of what's happened in each cycle, right? January 2016, January 2020. I'm going to assume January 2024 will be a similar thing. The 4. Let's see. Oh, man. Floki chart looks like it's about to make a move. Floki? I don't know about Floki, man. All I know is this. I'm seeing a lot of people with down arrows. Listen, I will be the loud. If Bitcoin goes on to make a higher high from here, I will be the loudest person. I will be the loudest person, man. The loudest person, the most obnoxious person. So get ready for it. Right now, I'm being calm and collected. I'm being very calm and collected, but I will shout from the rooftops. If Bitcoin goes on to make another higher high, I will be shouting from the rooftops, okay? Because, you know, I feel like I'm alone, man. I feel like I'm alone. I'm seeing all the other content creators with arrows down. It seems too obvious to me, man. And you know, I feel alone. I will be the most loud and obnoxious person on YouTube if this thing goes on to make another higher high. Let's go, man. The chat is dead. Yeah, no one's happy. No one ever. Time capitulation. This is what happens even during bullish uptrends. You get time capitulation. To me, if this was distribution, you would have people euphoric and pumped up right now. And honestly, if this was distribution, you would have altcoins going nuts to the upside. Remember 2021 when Bitcoin was in that early 2021 distribution pattern? Altcoins were ripping to the upside. You don't have that going on right now. Right? You don't have that going on right now. This is why I don't think we're in distribution. I think we are in vertical accumulation because there are no mother effing sellers. Who's selling their Bitcoin? Even the people who are bearish are only selling alts. No one's selling Bitcoin. Where are the sellers coming from, man? This is my point. If you think we're going to 32K, where are the sellers coming from? If you can give me an answer, I'd love to know. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is. I talked about a little bit about this yesterday. I can sense this almost disgust. Like if Bitcoin was to go up, people wouldn't be happy. We said this last time Bitcoin broke through 31K. We were saying this exact same thing. People weren't happy when Bitcoin broke 31K last time. Why? Because they wanted lower. And I can get the same sentiment shift right now. Where 2 weeks ago, everyone was euphoric at 38K. Now I actually feel like people want it to go down. Which is perfect. Absolutely perfect. And Franco said I sold half my Bitcoin for alts at 38K. Oh, God. Franco, I hope that works out for you, man. I really do, man. I hope that works out for you, bro. I hope that works out for you, my man. And maybe it will work out for you, you know? Am I going to be doing that? Not yet. But I respect it. I respect putting the balls on the line, bro. I really, really do. Amrit wants lower. Who wants Bitcoin? Let me know in the chat. Do you want Bitcoin to go up or down from here? Let me know. Do you want Bitcoin to go up or down? Kennedy wants up. Am I going to be selling half my Bitcoin for alts right here? No. But I can respect the hustle, man. I respect the hustle. Joey's outsmarting himself. Yeah, man. Listen, I have told myself that I want to keep majority of my portfolio in Bitcoin before the halving. Why? Because I know downside risk is a thing. I'm not a complete moon boy. I understand downside risk is a thing. Down then up. 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 There we go. There we go. There's the bulls. The bulls only come in, man. The bulls only come in when I ask them to come in. Come on, guys. Let's go. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Up, down, up, down. Down, down, baby. George also converted some Bitcoin for alts. Listen, I think it's a little bit too early for that. I do, as much as I am picking up some altcoins here or there, majority of my portfolio is still in Bitcoin. I personally think it's too early to be switching Bitcoin to altcoins. And that statement could go very, very wrong. It doesn't mean that I think altcoins are doom and gloom, as I am picking up altcoins from here into the halving, right? But I personally think it's maybe a little bit too early to convert Bitcoin to altcoins, if I'm correct, right? And you guys know my take. I think we're going to go to 48K. Altcoins will go up with Bitcoin, but I do think when we get this pullback that we've seen every cycle, on this pullback, altcoins will get probably pretty blasted. You know what I mean? I think altcoins will get pretty ass blasted if this plays out like this. You know, so if it plays out like this is probably where I would want to shift Bitcoin into alts. If I even want to do that. I don't even know if I want to do that yet. It depends. Right? This is probably where I'd want to shift Bitcoin into alts. If we played out like this, and then we ride that shit up like that. Super King said, dude, why are you getting alts when historically there's a 40% drop before the halving? Because I think we're going to go a little bit higher here. But I also, a lot of the altcoins that I bought in the, at the end of the day, I've already taken a little bit of profits on them. And they're all significantly higher than where I bought them. So I've already taken some profits, where then I'll buy more if we go down. So that's really that. Dog Cooper, you're always in here saying peace, bro. Always, man. Let's see. I sold my Bitcoin at 38K and I'm sitting on a pile of dry powder. Nice for Hoofty. I'm proud of you, man. Listen, I can't knock you for taking profits at 38K, right? As much as I'll troll you if it goes higher. I can't knock you for taking profits at resistance. That is the smart, responsible thing to do. Okay? But if it goes higher, you best believe I will be trolling you for buying higher. Whatever happens, man. We're all friends. At the end of the day, we have fun. I troll the bears. Sometimes I troll the bulls. Depends what mood I'm in. But at the end of the day, we're all friends, and I'm only doing it out of love. Let's see. Crypto will rule AI. The robot cannot sign a transaction without a key. Bath, succumb to the AI narrative. You are literally a hater. He's a hater, man. No, someone said it in the Discord today. Bath just likes to be a contrarian. He loves to be a contrarian. Which, typically, that's not a bad thing, actually. Typically, being a contrarian, you'd be more profitable being a contrarian than following the herd, typically. But there also comes a time where the herd is correct, right? There comes a time when everyone's bearish and we just keep going down. And there comes a time when everyone's bullish and we just keep going up. But on average, you're probably better off doing the opposite, what everyone's saying. Monthly close today. Yeah, the monthly close today is interesting. I would love to see a monthly close. Like, if there's any chance, and I'm not banking on this, guys. I probably don't think this will happen, but a monthly close above this monthly resistance right here, which, like I said, I don't think we'll get this high today. But if we do, that would be fantastic. A monthly close above 38,500 would be freaking phenomenal. Phenomenal. That is that level right there, which is, we tapped at that 38.5 level. We tapped it, and then we got a little bit of rejection right there. Like I said, I don't think we get over that this month, but that would be the orgasmic monthly close, is above those January and February 2022 lows. But like I said, I doubt we get over that this month. Hopefully next month. And then really, I mean, once you get over that on the monthly time frame, you really look at the monthly, and it's really that 48K level. It's really that 48K level right there, which is that 618 fib. But time will tell. Time will tell. He's a hater, though. It's true. Fat just loves to be a contrarian, you know, which is fine. You know, at the end of the day, it's good to have some contrarians and people who question the outlooks, you know, at the end of the day. Let's see. Franco has turned into a Litecoin maxi. He kind of has turned into a Litecoin maxi. I think what I'll do is formal long at 48K. You'll be surprised. That's what a lot of people are going to do. There's a reason that's the golden pocket. It's math. If you know anything about math, human emotions are the death. And even though I could sit here and say that, look what Bitcoin's done in every cycle. It's had a huge pullback at the 618 Fibonacci, but I guarantee you it's still, when we get up there, it's going to be euphoric, and you're going to have a lot of people FOMOing right at that level because it's human emotion, and it'll never change. Never change. Go to the short-term time frame. Most FOMO happens at the golden pocket. Most pullbacks happen at the golden pocket. That won't change right there. All the bears that are bearish right here will be the bulls right here. Human emotions don't change. Never. Ever, 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 ever. I hate math. Everything's math, man. Everything is math. In the whole world, everything is math. So if you hate math, you hate life. Because everything is math. Everything you do is based off math. You might not realize it, but it is. Bath is going to save us from AI. AI is inevitable. AI is that you probably had a Bath, 30 years ago that was saying the same thing about the internet. The internet's going to be the death of the world, which you could argue that it kind of is. Here I am sitting on the internet, but you could argue that the internet is the death of the world. But the same thing people are saying about AI now, right? All the boomers were saying the internet will never be a thing. People need social aspects of life. And here we are. Everyone loves social media, internet. Everything's online. Every store is online. You know what I mean? And here we are. What a boring day. It is kind of a boring day, man. But a lot of times the board action is time capitulation. I've said this. Even Clint has to take a break. I think, no, someone confirmed. I think it was Mike. Mike said that he talked to Clint, and Clint said his wife told him he has to take a break. If that's not a sign that we're going higher, I don't know what it is, man. Clint's wife made him have the time capitulation. It's fantastic. Because I'll tell you right now, if the market was exciting, Clint would have told his wife to F off. And I bet you, the first green candle Bitcoin gets above 38.5, Clint will be back in here and saying, I told my wife to F off. I'm watching the stream. I guarantee you, he will be back and telling his wife to F off. It's only because the market's boring right now. That's why. But I think if there's ever a sign, man. All right, guys. Who is long and who is short right now? If you are shorting the falling wedge, I don't know. You don't have a father figure. You do not have a father figure in this life if you are shorting the falling wedge. I swear to God. You do not have a father figure in this life. Happy wife, happy life. I don't know about that, man. I don't believe in that saying whatsoever. Now, there's some truth to the saying, but you can also make your wife happy and you can be absolutely miserable because you're making her happy. You know what I mean? And a lot of people fall into that trap. They don't do the things that they enjoy. They just cater to a person and then they're just freaking miserable. Oh, Clint's in here. Clint's in here. Let's go. I'm clapping. He hates when I clap. Clint, let's go, bro. He's in here without the permission of his wife. His wife told him he can't watch crypto stuff anymore. Oh my God, Clint's in here. There he is. Let's go, bro. We're so back. Clint disappearing started the downtrend for one day. Now Clint's back. We're about to rampage out of this falling wedge. The one-day bear market, Clint, that was your fault. Never do that to us again. Okay, the one-day bear market. Let's go. 420K waiting. Let's go, man. That's the best. That's the best. He came in here and said she doesn't know that I'm watching. Yo, Shaver Films, thank you for becoming a member, man. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for becoming a member, man. We do member streams every Saturday. The market's boring right now, but we're going to have a lot of fun in those when we get out of this consolidation, my man. Watch us, God Candle. Watch the ETF get approved right now. Watch it get approved today. Watch. Watch, man. Watch it get approved today. I don't have to cut off my PB. Just watch. It's gonna happen, man. ETF, you're gonna have routers or whatever it's called. Bitcoin ETF has been approved. And we have to thank Clint. Oh, Lord. Is BTC showing a death cross on the 15-minute? A death cross on the 15-minute? Bro. What do we... A death cross on the 15-minute? Lord. A scam wick to 1 million? I would be fine with that as long as I could maybe sell it somewhere in between here and a million. I would be fine with that. As long as I can catch that wick. Let's see. XRP ETF goes live in Europe and Dev. Maybe. I don't know, man. The falling wedge says something's going to come out here. If this is going to play out like I expect to, something's going to come out that's going to get Bitcoin roaring to the upside right here. I don't know what it's going to be, but I always like to say, man, and it doesn't have to be news. We could just pump on price. The news is in the charts. The news is in the charts, man. But we shall see. We shall see. Don't forget that inflation keeps rising. It's been rising for decades. Just kidding. Scotty, swing! Keep swinging. XRP ETF goes live in Europe. Oh, XRP ETF. I hope so, man. Like I said, you XRPers deserve some you deserve some happiness, man. You really do. The XRPers, bro. I don't understand. Like, I always say this. I don't understand like, if someone could help me out and try to explain to me why XRP out of anything. I would love to be convinced. I just don't understand XRP. You know? I feel like Bitcoin has more upside than XRP. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I don't know, man. But it is what it is. Fed cuts are going to happen sooner than we think. Fed cuts are historically bearish. I'll actually be bearish when they cut rates. When the Fed cuts, that is historically a bearish sign, man. You actually don't want, like, if history is going to repeat, you don't want the Fed to cut rates. Unless it's like for some like COVID type shit. You know what I mean? And they just print $1 bajillion right away. Historically, you don't want the Fed to cut rates. And that would be a sell signal, I think, if the Fed cut rates, you know? You like ADA XRP? I would prefer ADA than XRP, yes. ADA than XRP. I'm gonna ETF my poop. Oh Lord. No alt can compare to Bitcoin. On the higher time frames, that is very, very true. But alts do outpace Bitcoin during bull markets. That is a fact. Okay. Now I love Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is the best there is if you're long-term investing. But altcoins do outpace Bitcoin during bulls. Oh, all right, guys. Boring day today. It's been a relatively boring week. So I'm gonna call it. Hope everyone has a great day. Enjoy the rest of your day here, and we'll be back tomorrow to talk probably a little bit more boring price action. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, we do have a falling wedge, so I'm looking for Bitcoin to break this to the upside. Will it pump up here? No. Technically, the target would be back up to the top of the wedge, right? So back up to 38.4. What happens from there? I don't know. Maybe we could dump back down, but we shall see. Ultimately, I'm going to continue to say the same shit. Same shit, different day. If we reject here again, you better be more bullish on a pullback than you are a 38K. All right? And if you are a sideliner, any dips are gifts for Bitcoin, because I'll tell you right now, who the fuck is selling their Bitcoin right now? Right? I don't know. I don't know. Are you selling your Bitcoin? That's not what I thought. That's what I thought. Anyways, I'm out of here. Peace. Catch you later. See ya. And remember guys.
Mike Hall.
Remember.
Second and cool. Mike Hall. Mike Hall. Yeah. Mike Hall. Give me first place, second that won't do for me. I came to win, fuck I look like trying to lose, homie. Scared money don't make no what? Scared money don't make no money. Give me first place, second that won't do for me. I came to win, fuck I look like trying to lose, homie. Scared money don't make no what? Scared money don't make no money. Give me first place, I want it in the worst way. And fuck what the church say, they hating on the wordplay. They'd rather see me serve plates, I'm in a fucking rat race. Everybody a criminal, ain't no telling what their back way. I'm stuck in my bad ways, rhymes pay, I'm here. Every day feel like my birthday, not just once a year. I'm trying to win, fuck a loss, so I use everything I was taught. You got luck on your side, I got the man who carried the cross.